Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn that new lesson, fair play. Here, fair. What is the meaning of fair? That is treating people equally. Fair refers beautiful, then reasonable or appropriate, quite large in size or amount. Okay, then gathering of side shows and amusements for public entertainment, an event held to promote or sell goods. So, too many meanings are there for fair. Got it? Here, fair play refers. What does it mean? An action that conforms to be accepted under reasonable rules or standard. That is called it treating people equally. There is the justice in that. That we call it as fair play. Here, F-A-I-R, fair, fair. Same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. That we call it as homonyms. Okay, fair meanings beautiful, and another fair meanings treating people equally. That is treating people in the justice way. Okay, same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. That we call it as homonyms. Then F-A-I-R, fair, F-A-R-E, fair. Okay, that different spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. That fair, F-A-R-E, refers, that is bus fare, how much it's cost. Okay, that we call it as homophones. There is a difference between homonyms, homophones and a homograph. What is the meaning of homograph? For example, L-I-V-E. Okay, that is a live. L-I-V-E, live. Okay, here LIVE refers residential place, that where do we live. We are asking no, where do we live, that is residential place. Okay, then live, that live telecast is going there, like that we are telling no. So same spelling, here different pronunciation and different meanings, that we call it as homograph. And another example, content, C-O-N-T-E-N-T, content, C-O-N-T-E-N-T, content. Same spelling but different pronunciation. Content means there is the content in our book. Okay, how much content do we have in our content book? Okay, C-O-N-T-E-N-T, content. That is, I am satisfied. What I have, that is satisfied, no? That we call it as content, that is satisfied. Here same spelling but different pronunciation, that we call it as homograph. Got it, children, the meaning of fair play? Yes. Now in your book exercise, take page number 73. Warm up exercise is given. What does being fair mean to you? One example is given. Playing by the rules, we have to see the justice and all. Similarly, write two more examples. Okay, now we will see that story. What is fair play? Now read the story on being fair. There are two characters in the story, Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhry. They were good friends. They were strong in their bond of friendship. What is their bond? See, either of them went away from the village for any purchasing, any shopping and all means, then another people will take care of their family members. For example, Juman Sheikh's family is taking care of Algu Chaudhry when Juman Sheikh is not at home. Similarly, Algu Chaudhry's family will be taken care by Juman Sheikh when Algu Chaudhry is not at home. Got it? Now both were respected in their village. They were very happy in that village also. Juman had an old aunt. She had some property. She wanted to give those property to Juman Sheikh because she didn't have any relatives. That's why. Now there is an understanding between the two of them. What is the understanding? That she would stay with Juman Sheikh and he would look after her. Okay, then only she will be given that property. Okay, on this understanding basis, they had hand over their property, that old aunt property, to Juman Sheikh. Now what happened? It was going very nicely for a couple of years. The 2 years it was going very nicely. After completing second year, there was a problem started. What is that problem? That wife, the Juman Sheikh's wife, she didn't even give little food that the old lady wanted every day. That is, his wife grudged even the little food that the old lady wanted every day. Now, what happened? That old lady, she swallowed all these insults along with her food for a few months. But everything has a limit, no. She couldn't bear that pain. Then, what happened? She spoke to Juman. Then, Juman said, my dear son, before that, this old lady said, my son, it is now very clear, very obvious that I am not wanted in your house. Okay, you better give me a monthly allowance. I will make a separate kitchen. Okay, let you and your wife will be there. Yeah. Okay, but Juman Sheikh said, listen, aunt, here my wife knows how to run the house. You be patient, okay? Don't argue such kind of things. Like that, Juman said to this old aunt. Now, old aunt got angry and she decided to take all this case to Panchayat. Panchayat means that is a village council, all the people. Okay, now she had taken this case to village people. She had told what had happened in her life to their village people. Some of them advised you just adjust with the Juman Sheikh. Some of them advise, okay, take this case to Panchayat, let you get some good decision. Okay, now at last she went to Algu Chaudhry. Now Algu Chaudhry said, my dear old aunt, you knew very well that Juman Sheikh and I, we were good friends. Then why do you take this case to me? How can I be favor to you? Like that Algu Chaudhry asked old aunt. Then old aunt said, whatever it is, there is truth in our life, isn't it? So let you speak for me. Like that she said. Now Algu Chaudhry didn't reply anything. Then after she went out from that place, but her words, no, it always kept ringing in his ears. He felt very guilty also. Now what happened in that day itself, in that evening itself, that meeting, that panchayat was held the same evening under an old banyan tree. We knew very well that panchayat meeting and all happened under an old banyan tree and all. No, we had seen all these things in our films and all, isn't it? Yes. Now Juman stood up and said what other things happened. Before that, he said, the voice of the punch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head punch. I will accept her decision. Okay, he stood up and said, the voice of the punch is the voice of God. Okay, after that, the punch continue. The punch knows neither friend nor enemy. Like that, she asked. Who asked this old aunt? The punch knows very well there is neither friend nor enemy and all in our panchayat. Okay, so what do you say, Algu Chaudhry? Are you accepting that? Like that, this old lady asked Algu Chaudhry, and she said Algu Chaudhry will be that village panchayat. Got it? Then Algu Chaudhry, okay, he said, okay, Chachi. I will be continuing this case. Okay. Now, you are aware of my friendship with Juman, but anyhow, you have given this work. Okay. I know that, replied the aunt. But I also know that God lives in the heart of the punch and his voice is the voice of God, said this old lady. Now old lady explained all her case to village people. Okay. Now what happened? This Algu Chaudhry said, you and I are old friends, my dear Juman Sheikh, but now I am a punch. Okay, you and your aunt both are equal to me. Okay, what do you have to say in your defense? Would you like to say anything? Now, what happened? This Juman Sheikh stood up and started to explain that 3 years ago my aunt transferred her property to me. I promised to support her, but there was a problem between my wife and the aunt. I asked her to be quiet and be here, but she was not accepting all these things. But I am not ready to give a monthly allowance from me. Really, it is impossible for me. That is the thing told by Juman Sheikh. Now, Juman was questioned by the Algo as well as the other people also. Then at last Algo announced, we have gone into the matter carefully. What is our opinion? Not my personal opinion. It is our village people's opinion. Okay. Juman must pay his aunt a monthly allowance or else the property goes back to her aunt. Okay, her, that refers old aunt. This is our decision. Let you carry on, told by Algu Chaudhary. Can you tell me what might be happened in the future? Yes. Now Juman Sheikh and Algo Chaudhary, they become enemies. Actually, enemies means this Juman Sheikh wanted to revenge Algo Chaudhary. He was waiting for the chance, okay, to revenge him. What is the meaning of revenge? That is avenge. Okay, okay. Yeah. What about days passed? Then there is ill luck for Algo Chaudhary. What is that ill luck? Okay, he found himself there is a difficult position. What is that? One of his fine pair of bullocks died, and he felt very sad. And actually, other bullocks will be die of grief. No, that's why he started to sell that. Bullock. Okay, he sold the other to Samju Sagu. There is another character included here, Samju Sagu. He sold his bullock to Samju Sagu. Who is he? He is a car driver of the village. Okay, what is the understanding was that between two of them means okay, within a month you have to pay the money for this bullock. That is the thing happened there. But what happened? That another bullock also died within a month. So Samju Sagu, he was not ready to pay the money to Algo Chaudhary. Instead of that, what he said, see Algo Chaudhary, you can take my bullock, one of my bullocks to your. Okay, then let you have a month and give it to me back. Okay, I am not ready to give the money for dead bullock. I am not ready to give the money for dead bullock. Why should I give it to you? Better, what will you do? Take my bullock and keep it with you for a month and give me back. Now Algu Chaudhary wanted to take this case to the village panchayat. Okay, now Samju Sagu thought that okay, actually Juman Sheikh wanted to revenge Algu Chaudhary, no, so let I announce who is the head punch. Juman Sheikh will be a head punch. Okay, now Samju Sagu, he announced for me, according to me, Juman Sheikh will be the head punch. Okay, now the case started. Okay, he began to start the case. Who? Algo Chaudhary began to start the case. Now everyone discussed and finally Juman Sheikh stood up and said what he said. See, voice of the punch is the voice of God. Voice of the punch is the voice of God. Okay, let you see here. It is our opinion, not my personal opinion, that Samju Sagu should pay Algu the price of the bullock. Okay, when Sagu bought the bullock, it suffered from no disability or any other diseases. Okay, the death of the bullock was unfortunate, that is unlucky. But Algu cannot be blamed for it. Okay, Algu could not contain his feelings. Then he stood up and said loudly over and over again, he said, victory to the Panchayat, victory to the Panchayat. Okay, this is justice. God lives in the voice of Panch. Like that, Algu Chaudhary stood up and said loudly. Now Juman came to Algu, they embraced him and said, "Since the last Panchayat I had become your enemy. Today I realized what it meant for Panchayat. A Panch has neither friend nor enemy. He knows only justice. Let no one deviate." What is the meaning of deviate? To do something in a different way. Okay, that is unusual way from the path of justice and truth for friendship or enmity. Okay, now they wept each other. That is the Algu Chaudhary wept and his tears washed away all the dirt of misunderstanding between Juman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary. Okay, this story was written by Munshi Premchand. He was a writer of modern Hindi and Urdu literature. He has written about 300 stories and short novels. Okay, he has also written some plays also. Got it, children? His stories have been translated into English and Russian. Okay, what do you learn from this story? Let you write it in A4 sheet paper. Okay, what did you learn from this story? Let you write it in A4 sheet paper. Then under another homework also, here everything is in the past tense. Okay, you underline that word, past verb. For example, where, were, where, in the page number 73. Okay, what is the present form of where? That is are. Okay, was, what is the present form of was? Is. Okay, here similarly went, what is the present form of went? Okay, go, or what is that? That you have to write it here. Looked, what is the present form? Look. Okay, respected, what is the present form? Respect. Okay, similarly transferred, transfer. Okay, stayed, stay. Similarly worked, work. Okay, you have to underline the past verb in this lesson and let you write it the present form of those past verbs. Got it, children? I hope that you all understood this story. Thank you.